We want the state of Indiana to assist them in bringing healthy babies into this world and taking care of them after they get here.
Now at 11, state Senate Republicans announcing the framework for their proposals in the upcoming special session Monday. Those proposals deal with important issues, but none more potentially divisive than the one on abortion.
Yeah, the Republican bill would make abortion illegal in Indiana, except in the case of rape, incest, or when the health of the mother is at risk.
CBS 4 State House reporter Kristen Eskow has more on the proposal and reaction from state lawmakers.
Unlike what some other states have done with their abortion legislation, this proposed bill by the Indiana Senate Republicans does not provide any time frame within a pregnancy when abortion would not be restricted. So that means abortion would be banned in most cases if this bill becomes law.
This is a really challenging issue.
Senate President Pro Tem Roderick Bray says Senate Republicans heard from thousands of people before unveiling their proposed abortion ban. The bill allows exceptions in cases of rape, incest, and threats to the mother's health, specifically to prevent a substantial permanent impairment of the life of the mother.
You have to weigh the right for women to make these decisions along with the right of the child that's not born yet.
In a separate bill, Senate Republicans are proposing $50 million in new funding for social services to support parents and their children.
How do you know that the funding you're proposing right now is going to be enough?
Well, as I said in my comments, we don't necessarily know that it's going to be adequate off into the future, but this is $50 million that will get us just through January.
Bray says it's possible lawmakers could increase that funding next year. Democrats are critical of the abortion ban, raising concerns about women's rights.
I think this is a clear indication that we're in trouble.
Senate Minority Leader Greg Taylor argues the bill creates confusion over when abortion is allowed and could put women's lives in danger.
This is not a choice for a woman. This is a choice between life or death when it comes to the health of the woman and that child.
The GOP holds a supermajority in the legislature, but not all Republicans are on board with this proposal. State Senator Kyle Walker says he won't support the bill as it's written right now.
My position is to try to find a really balanced approach to this policy. I think that allows for women to make their own health decisions in the first trimester.
This bill still has a ways to go before it would head to the governor's desk. It has to be considered by the Senate first once the special session starts on Monday, and then it would head over to the House for their approval. At the State House, Kristen Eskow, CBS 4 News.
Kristen, thank you. And before that proposal was introduced, Governor Holcomb doubled down on comments made a couple of weeks ago. He says that he will take a wait-and-see approach before signing any bill that comes to his desk regarding abortion.
Where we start may not be where we end. On a topic that is complex, emotionally, understandably charged. I'm going to wait to see the bill. I'm going to wait to see the language. This is something I have been consistent with the leaders, that I want to see where we can build consensus and make progress. And so before I start to get into individual ultimatums or this is in or this is out, we've got a few weeks ahead to clarify that.
Senate Republicans also introduced proposals to provide inflation relief to Hoosiers. One would cap the gas tax where it is right now at 29 cents a gallon until June of 2023. The proposal would allow the tax to drop lower. Republicans also proposed the gas tax relief in lieu of supporting the governor's idea to give Hoosiers a refund check worth $225. They are also proposing a suspension of the sales tax on all utilities. That exemption would be in place for 6 months.
Now, the final proposal introduced by the Senate Republicans would be to help Indiana families. It would create the Hoosier Families First Fund. $45 million from the state's general fund in 2023 would be split with the Department of Child Services, Social Services, the Department of Health and Homeland Security. It would also raise the income required for a person to claim the federal adoption tax credit. Now, to read more on the 3 Senate bill proposals, click on these stories on the homepage at CBS4Indy.com.